So I talked about young Jeezy, or Jeezy, sorry. I keep calling him young because that's all I know him from. Back in the early 2000s, we called him Young Jeezy. But now he's 47 now. So now he's just Young Jeezy. Or Jeezy. Fuck it. I'm going to call him Young Jeezy. Fuck it. We stay young forever. We stay young forever. I'll call him Young Jeezy. Shit. But I forget, he's not young no more. We're not young anymore. You know. But I'm saying, bro, a lot of guys don't get it until it's too late. You know, Young Jeezy, he should have known that getting with a 40-plus-year-old woman, that was not going to be, it was not, there was too much clashing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was not going to be a good marriage. I'm like, dude, have you ever married a 40-year-old woman before? I think when he got with her, she was like 39 or something like that. She's at the end of her years. She gave Chad the best years. And she can turn around and give you the last years of her? No, women are at their worst. You know, when they get older, when they get past a certain age, when they get past 30, they're not good to marry anymore. You can't marry these females. They got too much baggage from other relationships. Okay? I'm sorry. A lot of you women that come around my channel, you upset about this. But I'm telling you, the reason why Young Jeezy is not going to get back with her, she's too old to change, bro. And the thing is, he's a high-value man, so he don't, you know, he don't have to stick around and take her shit. Like, if you don't treat a man well, it doesn't matter if you had a kid with him. It doesn't matter if, you know, if you're pretty, okay, if you got a nice body, it don't matter. It's all about how you treat somebody. And if you don't treat a man well, he gonna leave. It doesn't matter. You gotta treat him with royalty and with respect. You gotta respect this man. It seems like Young Jeezy wasn't getting his respect in a relationship. That's the reason why he ended it. It wasn't because of his mom. It wasn't because his family living there at the house. It's the respect that she wasn't giving him, man. I'm telling you. I know what Young Jeezy is going through. I didn't get no respect when I was living with my ex-girlfriend, okay? Now, did she really disrespect me on a regular? No. But when it came to calling shots in the house, I had no control over that. I couldn't call no shots. So the lack of respect that jeanimi showed Young Jeezy in that relationship is the reason why he's not gonna go back. You see what I'm saying? He's not gonna go back to that relationship. Trust me, bro. Somebody, give her a chance. No, he's not. He gave her plenty of chances whenever in the relationship, in the marriage. He gave her chances. She didn't change what she was doing. Anytime a man files for divorce, it's the woman's fault, bro. Now, men, we don't usually file for divorce. It's the women that do it. But when when a man files for divorce, man, things must have been really bad between her and him. You see what I'm saying? And she said she had a temper, and she didn't know she had a temper until she met Young Jeezy. And Young Jeezy wasn't taking care of that shit. He wasn't gonna let that shit fly around him. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't gonna let that temper fly around him because he's a high value male. You can't treat high value men any old type of way and expect him to stay. No, you can't do that. He got way too many women. I mean, he got way too many women at his disposal. He got way too many women in his roster to take that from a 40-plus-year-old female that's going to look worse as she gets older anyway. You know, when Young Jeezy got with jeanimi, when she got with Young Jeezy, when Young Jeezy got with jeanimi, I thought in my head, I was like, damn, how the fuck is Young Jeezy? I'm fucking. I just call him Young Jeezy. How the fuck is Young Jeezy gonna deal with her getting older and losing her looks because she could only get worse from there? Us men too. I mean, we get worse as we age. Everybody, male and female. But as we get older, we get more valuable. We get more money. So we could still date young, hot, tenderoni females. Don't matter if we're 60 or 70. If our money is long, we can still get them young, hot tenderonis. Okay? But Young Jeezy, he don't have to take that stuff, bro. When you are worth 10 M's, okay? When you are worth something, you don't have to take that crap from these females. You don't. Either you treat that man right, or he gonna walk. It don't matter if you had a kid by him. It don't matter if you got married. Don't matter. Divorce and get joint custody of the kid. I'll pay child support. I don't want to be with you no more. But I told you guys from the get-go, marrying a 40-year-old woman, okay, is not a good idea. You feel me? You know? Marrying a 40-year-old woman is not a good idea, bro. You feel me? You know, I know some of you women, I can't believe you saying this. We're just as good as the young women. No, you're not. Nah. No, in your head you might think you're better. But in reality, as nature calls, as nature says it, you are not better than the young, hot tenderonis in their 20s. As a 40-year-old woman, you are past your prime. You are no good to marry. Like the last girl I was dealing with, the kid, or the woman with the retarded son. Okay, I could not pair bond with her whatsoever, bro. She would not listen to me. You know, she wouldn't let me guide her, lead the way. She wouldn't let me do that. But a young woman, she will. You see, as women get older, they lose their femininity, bro. They don't keep it. They lose their femininity as they get older and start working these high-paying jobs and stuff, bro. That's why you see a lot of lonely females up in Porsches and stuff. I be walking around and I be seeing females that they in high-end vehicles by themselves. You can't have both. You know what I'm saying? You can't have both. Either you're gonna have you a career and money, or you're gonna have a husband, high value man, okay, that's gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? You can't have both. And plus, we don't want women who make a whole lot of money. I don't like women who make more than me. It makes me feel small. You see, you got to think about what you do as a woman before you do it. Well, if I go out and I get me a career or I start making a whole lot of money, would that decrease my chances of finding a high value husband, or would it decrease? Will it increase or decrease? So when you go out and you get you a career, or you get involved in Hollywood, making a lot of money, okay? High value men not gonna want to have nothing to do with that. A high value man, he rather get with a female that work at 7-Eleven or a gas station or something like that. We don't like women who got their own money like that. We don't. It's inside of us. Okay? It's inside of us to like not seek women with a whole lot of resources, because we men want to be the providers in the relationship. And I hear women talking about, well, I don't want a man, I don't want to depend on a man's money. I want to do all my own stuff. I was like, hey, you could do that, but there's a consequence to that. Same thing with the environment. You do things, to try to make money, and have a better life, but at the cost of the environment. Global warming, all these factories and stuff, putting that carbon dioxide into the air, that's fucking up our planet. Yeah, but it's making you a lot more money, but you're gonna fuck up the planet doing it. It's the same thing with females. Yeah, you could go out and get you a college degree and make more money, but at the cost of not finding a good, high value man. And if you do try to get into a relationship with a high value man, you are going to clash with that man. You're going to clash, just like young Jeezy clashing with jeanimi. I bet you they were clashing a lot. He told her, I don't like my daughter being walked to school. You know what I'm saying? Because you exposing everything. Somebody might find out where he lived. And she wasn't listening to him. She probably kept doing it because she's so used to doing things in a certain way. So you see, females at that age, you can't mold them. You can't mold women around 40 years old. They're already been set in their ways. They've been living long enough. See, what you can mold is a young female in her 20s. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why young Jeezy went that way. I just think he was so in love with her looks. He wasn't looking at the character of the woman. Young Jeezy wasn't looking at he wasn't looking at the character of the woman. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't looking at does she listen to what I say? Does she do everything that I say do? You know what I'm saying? If she's like has a problem, with me being the leader, or does she have a problem with me calling the shots in a relationship? Does she have a problem with that? If the answer is yes, then you gotta get away from that woman, bro. You see what I'm saying? When I say I don't want my kid being walked to school, you gotta say, okay, baby, okay, we're not gonna do that. You the leader. You pay the bills around the house. I'm gonna listen to what my man got to say. He don't like his kid being walked, or our kid or whatever being walked to school. It exposes too much. And that's right. He's right. Don't know. He's a celebrity. I don't want everybody knowing where I live. You see what I'm saying? See, jeanimi, she's a attention seeker, bro. She like paparazzi to follow them everywhere. She's like Kim K. She's basically like Kim K. She want that camera to be everywhere. Kim K would walk her kids to school if she had to. so paparazzi could get a good picture. And I seen these women, these power hungry, attention seeking women, stop and pose for the camera. You know, when paparazzi is taking pictures. Okay, I seen Kim K do it. You know what I'm saying? I seen Kim K do this shit, bro. And you gotta understand, like, look, man, us men, we looking for fertile ground, bro. We want something that we could grow on. We don't want something that's already been grown already, or we don't want to come along and somebody done grew the seeds for us. Like I rather start from scratch as a farmer. I rather start from scratch when it comes to growing my crops. I don't want to come along and have the crops already grown for me. No, I want to learn how to do it from scratch, so that way I'll always know how to grow. I want to develop my green thumb. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is with females. You come along, she 40, somebody already grew your crops already. You know, you know what I'm saying? You didn't get a chance to like get your green thumb. Somebody came along, already grew the crops. Somebody already came along and did everything right for you. No, I want to learn how to be a farmer myself. I want to learn how to grow things. You know what I'm saying? I want to start from scratch and watch it grow. And that's how it is with young females. You come along with a 22-year-old female, you are starting from scratch. She has less partners. She ain't been in that many relationships. She ain't been in no marriages. Young jeanimi already got a failed marriage up under her belt. She couldn't keep the white dude, so she ain't gonna be able to keep the black man either. She's no good to nobody, bro. She's done. She's never gonna get married again. She's gonna spend the remainder of her years single. Now, that's gonna be different for young Jeezy. He can move on and start a new family somewhere else. She ain't gonna be able to do the same, bro, because women got biological clocks. They're only good for a certain amount of time. After 25, after 26, after 27, no man is checking for women after a while. I'm not checking for a 30-year-old woman that's already been tossed to the side. I got money. I'm checking for the young, hot tenderonis. And I know a lot of you females, you're going to be like, man, how could you get that young woman? Yeah, because she does everything that I tell her to do. That's why I'm with her. I don't want no hard-headed woman, telling me that she's not going to do something. You see what I'm saying? Always clashing with her. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to do it because she feel like, I my last relationship was kind of like that. I mean, young Jeezy and jeanimi, bro. Like, I remember I told my girlfriend I didn't like her getting on a ride. I think it was a while back. What was it? Where were we? I think she was ziplining, I think. That's what it was. And I didn't like her ziplining because she could fall. You know what I'm saying? And she got up there and she did it anyway, right? Hard-headed female. We don't want that. Like, I think it was me and her family and her, and we was all at this ziplining spot. This is back when I was with my ex-girlfriend. And she was about to get on there. And I was like, look, I don't think you should get on here. I don't like you getting up on here. It's dangerous. And she did it anyway. She just totally disregarded everything that I said about the zip lining. Even though, she wasn't, there's a small chance that she was going to fall. But still, I was still afraid for her. You see what I'm saying? And she did it. She went against my wishes anyway. She did it anyway. Hard-head female. And my ex-girlfriend, she was Filipino, by the way. And I was like, why was she not listening to me? I was angry afterwards. But it was just like, even though she wasn't gonna fall, and there was a small percentage of her falling on that zip line, but it made me uncomfortable. And she just ignored that, and she got up on the zip line anyway. So that's what I'm saying. Hard-head females, we don't want them. We want the females to say, you know what, baby, I'm not gonna get on that zip line. If it's making you uncomfortable, I'm not gonna make you uncomfortable. We're not getting on that zip line. You see what I'm saying? And that would have made me feel like I was a man. Like, yeah, she listened to me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm with her, because she listened to me. We don't want 40-year-old females that don't listen to nobody. And 40-year-old females, they got a hard, stubborn head, bro. Trust me, bro. I've been with one before. That's why I know what young Jeezy is going through. I know what he's going through. My ex-girlfriend, she did not want to listen to me when it came to that zip line. And then with her daughter kept acting up. You know what I'm saying? I kept telling her, like, look, stop rewarding your daughter for bad behavior. Kept giving her money, even though her daughter slapped the shit out of her. Slapped her so hard that her glasses fell off her face. Her shades fell off her face. I'm like, look, your kid just slapped you in the face. You gonna give her money anyway? She didn't listen to me. Kid, you know what? She got pregnant by some dude. Still rewarding her, still giving her money. I'm like, why are you giving her money? She got pregnant before she could finish college. Didn't you give her money for college and she threw it away? She didn't go. She got pregnant instead. You keep giving her money. And then she kept leaving the kid with us. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that she left the kid with us for like 48 hours. A small baby, not just a kid, a small baby, like a 1-year-old baby. I didn't like that. That's what I'm saying. It's the stuff that and she didn't listen to what I had to say, bro. I had no power over that. You see what I'm saying? So that's the reason why Jeanimi and Young Jeezy is not getting together, or the reason why Young Jeezy is not getting back with Jeanimi, because we don't like women that just have a hard head and don't listen. Women past a certain age, women past 30, 35, they're not good to marry, bro. If a woman hasn't found a man by the time she's 30, a man to marry, she is no good. And I remember, go back to my late videos, man. Go back to my late videos. Go back to my late videos. Remember I told you guys, why is Young Jeezy marrying a leftover woman? Why? I said this months ago, maybe like a year ago. I made videos. I took shots at Young Jeezy for marrying Jeanimi because Jeanimi was so old. I don't care about her looks. She is not fertile. It doesn't take away the fact that she's not as fertile and good looking as a young girl. He made a mistake. I saw that from the get-go. I saw this car crash marriage coming from a mile away. I said, this is not gonna end well. I thought that he was gonna cheat on her with a younger woman. That's how I thought that this shit was gonna end, but it ended because of the lack of respect that Young Jeezy was getting from her. Once a woman starts making a whole lot of money and becoming a boss bitch and shit like that, she's a done deal. Ain't nobody gonna marry her, man. I don't want no boss bitch in my house. That's what they call them, right? A boss bitch. I don't want no boss bitch in my house. Talking about I'm a boss bitch, I'm running shit. Like, no, you not. You gonna get the hell out of my my $1.5 million mansion. That's what you gonna get. That's what you gonna do. That's what you gonna do. Talking about you a boss bitch. You get the fuck out of my house with that shit. No, we want submissive, young, pretty women. Soft-spoken, pretty women, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gonna tell me what you ain't gonna do? You get the hell out of my house. That's what I'm saying. He not gonna get back with her. A leopard don't change their spots. She's too old to change. And all that pleading her case, talking about, young Jeezy, will you please take me back? I'll change. Well, he gave you 2 years to change, and you still didn't change. You know what I'm saying? He gave you 2 years to change, and you didn't change. Nah, you can't just all of a sudden say, I'm going to change now, I'm a new woman. No, you're not. Because if I get back into the relationship with you again, that same shit is going to resurface because you are too old to change. You are set in your ways. There's no way in the world you're going to become a different wife all of a sudden, or, you're going to be a totally different jeanimi. No, you're not. You're gonna say what you got to say to get that man back. And then after about 6 months pass, you're going to go back to the same shit. So, nah, you got to end that shit, bro. Done with that shit. A man need his respect. You see what I'm saying? Nah, respect is everything. You know what I'm saying? I need to have respect. You need to be respecting me. You need to respect everything that I say. I don't care if it's right or wrong. You got to respect it. And you got to do as I say. Because it's not going to work if you are hard-headed. You see what I'm saying? You have to listen to what I got to say, and you got to respect what I got to say. A lot of females don't get that, bro. They don't get it. We don't want hard-headed 40-year-old women. Nah, I knew this. Look, dude. Go back and listen to some of my videos. I got a lot of videos, and I took shots at young Jeezy for marrying jeanimi because she was so old. I've been talking about leftover women for years, and I follow China's way of doing things when it comes to fertility. Because, China, they don't play that shit. They got this term called leftover woman in China. When it comes to youth and fertility, they don't play that shit, bro. A woman is left for dead after she turned 30 years old in China. Nobody gonna marry her. This is how China does, okay? Nobody's gonna marry a female over 30. They're not. Because they follow, thing is, China follows nature, the way things are, the way the creator intended things to be. Okay? You are settled in China. You are considered a leftover woman in China. That's the way they do things out there. If a woman is past 30 years old, nobody's gonna marry her, bro. Go to China. You'll see a bunch of unmarried 30-year-old women just all over the place, desperate for a man. For real. And if you bring home a leftover woman to your household where your family is, they're gonna make fun of you. They're gonna tell you what you're doing. They're gonna ask you what you're doing with this leftover woman in our house. We don't want to have nothing to do with this. You either get rid of her or we're gonna have problems. That's the way China works, bro. Don't get mad at me. That's the way they do it in China, bro. You see what I'm saying? And then, thing is, you women, you gotta understand, you gotta get married at a young age. You can't wait until you get 30 and then try to get married, it's just not gonna work. You wanna have a husband and stuff like that. You're gonna have to. Um, you gotta get married at an early age, around 20, 21, 22. But instead, a lot of these women in the West, they want to hoe it up around that age, creeping around with Chad and Tyrone and all them other dudes, Pookie and Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? Messing around with them, and they mess around and get pregnant, and then that's a done deal for a high value man. Nah, high value man is not gonna deal with single mothers, bro. You see what I'm saying? What's up with it, Cradle? After 25, they start believing in their lies. Yeah, exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go to China and see what I'm talking about. Or go listen to some of these China leftover videos. These China leftover women videos. Go listen to what they got to say. And you'll see, like, damn, they really not checking for women over 30 in their country, huh? They not. They strict with it. And if you try to if you try to sneak out and date a leftover woman and your family find out about it, they're gonna talk about you. They're gonna down you. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're gonna tell you, hey, it's either us or her. What's it gonna be? And he gonna have to get rid of it because he gotta go with his family. Gotta get rid of the leftover woman, man. Can't do it. But out here in the West, nobody warns nobody. Like Young Jeezy, nobody in your family warned you about dating a leftover woman, because you don't know nothing about that. See, you see, us men, we're not allowed to like speak our minds, about women and shit out here, bro. Like what we think. We think it's okay to marry somebody, some female our own age, as a 40-year-old man. We think it's okay. No, it's not okay. If you're gonna get married, you have to marry a young woman. You have to marry a 22-year-old woman, a 23-year-old woman. You have to marry them. No, not a female that's in their 40s. We will clash heads so much. When I come in contact with females that are like around my age, and they start talking a whole lot, and they start trying to like fix me, or fix my hat, or fix my, trying to find something wrong and try to fix it. I be like, oh, no thank you, baby. I'll walk. No thank you. Women are no good after 30. You got a grace period from 25 to 30. That's a grace period. It's the same thing in Thailand. It's the same thing. It's the same stuff, bro. It's the same thing in Thailand. They are not checking for these women, in Thailand. They're not checking for them. And so that's why they come running to you as a black foreigner, as a white foreigner. I see this all the time. 30-plus-year-old women in Thailand, they throw themselves at black men and white men that come over into their country because their men don't want to have nothing to do with them. I'm not just making things up. Go look at them channels for yourself. I follow Thailand. I follow China. All them Asian countries out there, I follow all that stuff. And I listen to what they say. Okay? So my lip is dry as hell. I listen to what they say about the women after 30. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's the reason why when you go over to their country, to Thailand, you got 30-plus-year-old women just throwing themselves at you. Because the men don't want to have nothing to do with them. And that's why it's so hard to get the young ones, because they're the more valuable one. You can get a young woman out there, but you got to have your pockets on point. You want to get a young woman in those countries, you got to have your pockets on point. That's why when I see, Richie Mack with a 30-plus-year-old woman, a 30-plus-year-old single mother, I'm like, okay, yeah, you're getting the bottom of the barrel scraps, buddy boy. You're getting scraps. Oh man, she look like this. She's a traditional woman. She washing my clothes and she cooking my meals. Yeah, she got to, because she's a leftover woman in that country, bro. You see what I'm saying? And you got Chocolate Man in Thailand parading around. What's her name? Fa. Parading them around like they just some trophy wives. No, bro, you are getting leftovers. You are still a low-value man if you are dating a single mother. There, I said it. And you making these dudes think that you got the best shit in the world. Man, I got me a thick-thighed, Thai woman living with me. Like, bro, first of all, bro, you got one woman. You're a low-value male. High-value man got many women. And you got guys coming to my comment section talking about Austin. Oh man, have you seen the woman that he with, man? You see, first of all, that's a transactional relationship. That's not his face match. Second of all, he got just one woman. High value man got more than that. He got plenty of women, a roster of women. Okay, when you over there just dating one woman, and you gotta stick with just one woman, you're still a low value male, bro. You see what I'm saying? You're still a low value male. He's like, bro, I ran across a woman. Thinks she's in her late 30s. Says she don't cook. I looked at her like an alien. Well, that says it all right there, bro. She ain't gonna never get married. She's a done deal, bro. When I look at dudes who date single mothers, I look at them as low value males. You are not valuable. If you did, you would be with a female that ain't never had a kid before. Those are the prize women right there. Women, young women who ain't never had a kid before, who ain't never been married before. That stuff is the prize. That's grade A shit. That's cream of the crop shit. A young female who ain't never had a kid by a man, who only probably had about 5 to 10 partners her whole entire life, or maybe if there's five partners, or maybe just one or two partners in her whole entire life. That's grade A stuff right there, bro. That's cream of the crop. And you coming over here, you out here making channels, making videos about, oh man, over here, Thailand, these females, man, they throwing themselves at you. Okay, why are they throwing themselves at you, man? Anything that's easy, that comes very easy, you gotta question it, bro. Like, why is it so easy to get this woman? Why is she saying I love you right away? You see what I'm saying? How come I can't get this type of woman in the States? It's not a real relationship. Like I said, it's a transactional, and you gotta be okay with it. You gotta be okay with a transactional. Hey, once I make it to where I want to be, I'm gonna accept that it is transactional, not a real thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you gotta have. First of all, back to what I was saying about Austin Holloman, because I need to touch on that again. And for a man his age at 23, he's not supposed to be in no relationships. If you a young man, 23 years old, you're not supposed to be in a relationship. You're supposed to be having many women, bro, many. Because the reason why I say you gotta have many women, because as you get older, you start running out of time. Okay? You're only young once. You're only young once. Once you get past a certain age, like 40, Okay? And then you can think about settling down, bro. You're only young once, so you gotta go through as many women as you possibly can. Settling down, having just one woman, that's for low value men and men who are just out of options. You see what I'm saying? When you young, you supposed to have many women. Many. I'm like, bro, that's just one woman though, bro. You see what I'm saying? Many, 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 many. And then when a female start acting up, you gotta trade her in like she's a baseball card. Okay, she act up, gotta trade her in. Oh no, man, give her another chance. Nope, 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 nope. I gave her chances already. I gave her chances. I gave her a lot of chances, and she didn't change. You can't change a 40-year-old woman, bro. With jeanimi, they're not gonna change that, bro. They called it leftover women for a reason, bro. You see what I'm saying? Something wrong. Look. They call these women leftover women for a reason, and then when you try to go against that, you get burnt, and you say, "Oh, okay, I should have listened to my first instincts, or I should have listened to nature." You see what I'm saying? You see, in the West, we go against nature. A lot of guys, they try to go against nature, and they end up getting burnt in the end. What I mean by going against nature is that we try to marry females, okay? We try to marry females that are out of place, that don't know their place. We try to force it. Oh, it's gotta work, man. She look good, man. That jeanimi, look at that body, man. You know, I'm gonna fuck about who. Give a fuck about what she look like. Is she submissive? She's fit. She's friendly at first, but when I get into a relationship with this woman, is she gonna do everything that I say? When she say that I'm her equal, that's a red flag right there. No, I'm not. A man is not your equal. Oh, young Jeezy, I respect so much. Young Jeezy is my equal. That was a red flag in itself, bro. When she said young Jeezy was her equal, that was a big, huge red flag. When she said that, I was just like, nah, I'm not your equal, baby. I'm above you. I'm worth more than you. I'm $10 million. Well, she's worth like $4 million. So I got $6 million more than you. I'm above you. We're not equals. We are not equals. For me, like I said, that was that was the biggest red flag. And young Jeezy, he missed it. It went straight over his head. I'm just so in love about how she looked. Man, she got that body, man. That day, man, I'm gonna put a ring on that. I'm like, bro, young Jeezy, bro, you are not the sharpest tool in the shed when it comes to choosing women, bro. That was a bonehead move, and you did it because you was trapped in the pandemic. You did it because your mom died. You was vulnerable, and COVID came around, and you say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna marry this leftover woman. It don't matter. I love her. Like, okay, bro, you trying to go against nature? Go ahead. And it backfired on him. So men, do not try to go against nature. Marry a young woman, bro. Stop trying to get with these women who are left over, women who are past a certain age. Stop. Please stop. Please stop. Because you're gonna end up like young Jeezy, man. Like I said, man, I saw it coming a mile away. I was like, what is young Jeezy doing marrying this 40-year-old female? Because I've been following the leftover woman thing in China for a long time before they got married. And when he got married to her, or even when he proposed to her, or he and when he engaged, when he got engaged with her, there's a bunch of question marks in my head. I mean, you go back and listen to some of my videos when I was taking shots at young Jeezy for doing that. I was like, what is he doing marrying that leftover woman? Bunch of question marks above my head. Okay, this is not going to end well. Either he going to be cheating with a younger woman in the end, or I didn't think it was going to be something about disrespect. But when I think back when I was with my ex-girlfriend, now I can see why he divorced her. Because I remember me and my ex-girlfriend, we got into a fight. And I tell this story all the time because it sticks in the back of my mind. That's the reason why I don't want to marry a female that's around 40. Because my girlfriend was around 40 at that time. And I think I was around 30. She was around 40, I was around 30. And I was looking at a Escalade or a Cadillac Escalade or a Range Rover or something on a Mercedes-Benz dealership parking lot across the street, because we lived across the street from a Mercedes-Benz parking lot or a Mercedes-Benz dealership. So we got into an argument one day, and she looked at me and said, you know that Range Rover that you were looking at on that parking lot the other day? I could afford that. You cannot. And I looked at her, I said, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's the reason why me and her broke up after that. Because she did make more money than me. And it was her house. She didn't own the house. She rented the house, but it was still her house. And she said that, when she said that, it stuck with my head for like years. Even we not together no more, man. I still remember her saying that to me. And I tell you guys this all the time. I always tell you guys about my past relationship with my ex-girlfriend, how she just belittled me because I made less than her. So that's the reason why us men, we don't want women like that, because we get into arguments with you and then you throw your success up in our face. You see what I'm saying? And that's not comfortable. That's not comfortable. You see what I'm saying? That's something that we don't want. Anyway, I gotta go, man. I'm gonna end this video, bro. I'm just saying, bro, like I see what he's going. I know what he's going through. I know what young G's is going through, and the reason why he divorced her, bro. We don't like that independent stuff, because, like I said, when we get into arguments with you females, you bring your success up in our face. We don't like that. We don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And I still remember it because it was disrespectful, bro. I ain't forgot about that. That happened back in 2012? I remember it like it was yesterday, bro. I can afford that. You cannot. Or you can't. What you think you throwing your weight around the house? You think you better than me because you can afford that Range Rover and I cannot? You see what I'm saying? So that that's the reason why I'm getting my bread up today. Because of women like her. Talking about she can afford stuff that I can't. That's exactly what I'm talking about, bro. It's the respect that we need from women. We don't need your disrespect. We're not gonna go back to a woman that's gonna disrespect us like that. When a woman says that to you, it is over. If a woman disrespects you that in that way, it is over. You have to break it off. You have to break it off. It is broken. You can't repair that. Once a woman start yapping, talking about, I can afford this, and I got this, I got that, you don't have this, and you don't have that, it's time to break the relationship. Done. Over. It's over. No. I got to find a younger woman. If it was me, I would have got with jeanimi just for the sex, and then I would have like tossed it to the side. I wouldn't have had no kids with her. I would have been hooking up with her, and then move on after that, because ain't nothing to build on. You already built already. Look, you can't wild her out. Look. When you get with these females that got a lot of money or they got their own money or whatever, you can't take them to Vegas and then all of a sudden they got like culture shock. Oh, I can't believe I'm in Vegas. I'm in Vegas. You know, you take a younger woman. That's how a younger woman would act. I can't believe I'm in Vegas, or I can't believe I'm in Miami or New York. I can't believe I'm in Brazil. I can't believe I'm in Thailand. You know, you can't wow these females out. She got her own money. She been there 100% of the time, and she older. You know what I'm saying? It's just like she been there already. You can't wow her out. You can't shock her. You can't surprise her. Like, man, can you imagine young Jeezy saying, okay, honey, we going to Vegas. In her mind, like, I've been to Vegas like about 10,000 times. Okay, honey, we going to Vegas. I've been there about 10,000 times, but okay. You take a female that's like 20, 21, 22, you say, hey, we're going to Vegas. She's going to be like, oh my God, really? Have you been to Vegas? Oh, I've been there like once. Or I've never been there. You see, then you feel like you're the man. You're like, yeah, I'm really doing something good. You know, I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm taking her to Vegas. She ain't never been there before. You know, or you take her to like a exotic place like Jamaica or something, you know, or take her to an exotic place like Brazil, go to the Copacabana beach, and she'll be like, yeah, she'll be screaming at the top of her lungs like, cause she ain't never been there before. And then it rubs your ego, you know what I'm saying? You're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing something good, you know. She gonna enjoy this. You know, but if you get with a female like Young Jeezy, I mean, like if you get with a female like jeanimi, she gonna be like, "We going to Brazil? Oh, okay. I've been there about 30 or 40 times." Be like, "Baby, we going to Miami." Oh yeah, Miami. Oh yeah, I've been there about 40 or 30 times. So okay, we gonna go, baby. See what I'm saying? You can't wild her out. She been there. She got her own money. She been everywhere. She did everything. So it's not gonna be a culture shock for her. You see what I'm saying? You know, females, they go to Vegas for the first time. That's a culture shock. She ain't never been there. It's all brand new to her. I remember the first time I went to Vegas with me and my ex-girlfriend, it was culture shock for me. My eyes was open, and I was like 30 years old when we went. When I first got to Vegas, my eyes was looking around, like, look at all these buildings, look at all this, I'm like looking around, like, man, music playing everywhere. You could walk out with your drink. You could walk out of the club with your drink. You know, out here in California, you got to keep the drinks on the inside. In Vegas, you could walk out with your drink, you know, into your car or into your Uber and stuff, and you could drink inside the Uber, and then you can get out of that car and go into another club with a drink in your hand. They're not so strict with the alcohol and stuff out there in Vegas. So that was a culture shock for me, man. I loved it. It was like, man. But if you a older man going out with an older female with her own money, she ain't gonna care about that. She gonna this ain't nothing. This is how I live anyway. So, you know, so that's what I'm saying. Anyway, I gotta go. You guys have a good day. I gotta save this battery on this phone. Yeah, it's at 34%. You guys have a good day. Peace out, take care, and bless. I'm out.